Welcome back to Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo and today is Monday, March 16th, 2020. And let's find out what's going on in the world of bodybuilding and fitness. If you change your mindset, you will change your life. Those words came directly from 212 All-Star Dwayne Quamina, who to me feels like a man on a mission so far this season. For Dwayne, I think whatever it was that he went through last year ultimately led to some sort of personal transformation. And it seems like he's approaching his 2020 campaign with a completely different outlook from where he was in the past. This version of Dwayne seems more focused, more humble, and maybe even a little more well-rounded. And if he's going to keep everything working in concert, I could see him stringing together a few wins before the end of the summer. I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to the stock market lately, but the US oil market dropped to near historic lows this past week. Now, unfortunately for us, that doesn't mean lower gas prices will be coming around anytime soon, but it does mean this could be a golden opportunity for you to get a once-in-a-lifetime return on your investment. And while you're at it, maybe you want to consider buying a few shares of Hadi Choopan. Every time I see Hadi, he looks sharper by the day, which doesn't necessarily mean he's competing anytime soon, but it does mean that his mindset is in a competition mode. If he's at his best, this guy is one of the most destructive forces in bodybuilding. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see him jump into something before the Olympia, because putting people on notice before the Olympia would certainly go a long way to reminding people how dangerous he really is. If you have the means to do it, I think everyone should travel at least once in their life. That deep cultural immersion is one of the coolest experiences you'll ever have. So hopefully in between flights and competing at the Ireland Pro second year 212 man, Pete Castella, will get a chance to see what I'm talking about. Pete and his team are heading into round 2 of their IFBB experience, where they're hoping to build on last season's strong rookie debut in Korea. From what I've seen, Team Castella seems like they've been doing their homework. He seems like he's on pace to have his best overall look to date, and depending on how things shake out, I can see a scenario where he ends up with a top 5 finish. As a general rule in life, it's usually better to have more options on the table than not. That being said, I see Tristan Escolastico going back and forth on whether or not he should compete in Classic or 212 as a good problem to have. This week I heard that Tristan was kicking around the idea of coming back to the Pro League stage, but he was still undecided onto which division felt like the right place for him to make his mark. All things considered, the depth in both of these divisions is so deep that it really doesn't matter. The real key for him will be picking a show that fits with his timeline. The margin for error at some of these shows is so thin right now that sometimes it feels like you're splitting hairs. But as long as he plays to his strengths, I'm sure the situation will find a way to work itself out. And that does it for yet another edition of Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, reminding you to always be true to your passions, and make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And have a great Friday the 13th.